Galileo Galilei. The name echoes through history. He is a giant of science. We remember him for his groundbreaking discoveries. We also remember him for his unwavering pursuit of truth. Galileo dared to challenge the established norms of his time. He reshaped our understanding of the universe. Born in Pisa, Italy in 1564, Galileo lived during a period of intellectual and artistic ferment known as the Renaissance. This era marked a renewed interest in classical knowledge and a spirit of inquiry. It was the perfect environment for a mind like Galileo's to flourish. His work transcended astronomy and physics. He became a symbol of scientific inquiry. Galileo taught us to question, observe, and experiment. He is the father of modern science. Galileo's story is not just about scientific breakthroughs. It's also about the struggle for intellectual freedom. His conflict with the Catholic Church over the heliocentric model of the solar system remains a powerful reminder of the importance of this freedom. Galileo's courage and determination continue to inspire us today. He urges us to explore the universe with open minds. Galileo Galilei was born into a world on the cusp of change. The year was 1564, and the Italian Renaissance was in full swing. This period of great intellectual and artistic awakening provided fertile ground for young Galileo's inquisitive mind to blossom. Galileo's father, Vincenzo Galilei, was a musician and music theorist. He instilled in his son a love for music and a keen sense of observation. These qualities would later prove invaluable in Galileo's scientific pursuits. Initially, Galileo's father envisioned a career in medicine for him. He enrolled his son at the University of Pisa in 1581. It was here, however, that Galileo's interest began to shift. He found himself increasingly drawn to mathematics and physics, much to his father's initial disapproval. Despite his father's reservation, Galileo's passion for these subjects could not be contained. He immersed himself in the works of ancient Greek mathematicians and philosophers, particularly Euclid and Archimedes. These early influences would shape his scientific approach and lay the foundation for his groundbreaking discoveries. Galileo's early work showed his genius. He wasn't afraid to challenge old ideas. One such idea was Aristotle's belief that heavier objects fall faster than lighter ones. Galileo proved this wrong. He did experiments with falling objects. He showed that all objects fall at the same rate, regardless of their weight. This was a major breakthrough. In 1586, at the young age of 22, Galileo invented the thermoscope. This device was a precursor to the modern thermometer. It measured temperature changes. This invention demonstrated Galileo's ability to apply scientific principles to practical problems. Galileo's talent did not go unnoticed. In 1592, he secured a position as a professor of mathematics at the University of Padua. This appointment marked the beginning of a fruitful period in his life. He would spend the next 18 years at Padua, making groundbreaking discoveries in astronomy and physics. Beyond his academic work, Galileo was also interested in practical inventions. He improved the design of military compasses. He also developed a geometric and military compass for use by gunners and surveyors. These inventions further cemented his reputation as a skilled inventor and engineer. The year 1609 marked a turning point in Galileo's life and our understanding of the universe. Galileo heard of a new invention from the Netherlands, the telescope. He saw its potential and built his own. Galileo perfected the telescope, achieving greater magnification. He observed mountains on the moon and moons orbiting Jupiter. His discoveries challenged the geocentric model. Galileo supported the heliocentric model, placing the sun at the center. A universe redefined heliocentrism and the wrath of the Church. Galileo's telescopic observations provided compelling evidence for the heliocentric model of the solar system. This model, first proposed by Nicolaus Copernicus, challenged the long-held geocentric view. The geocentric view was supported by the Catholic Church and ingrained in the very fabric of society. The Church considered the Earth the center of God's creation. It viewed the heliocentric model as heretical. Galileo, however, was convinced by the scientific evidence. He began to advocate for the Copernican system. He did this through his writings and lectures. Galileo's outspoken support for heliocentrism drew the ire of the Catholic Church. Church officials warned him against promoting these views. They argued that his ideas contradicted scripture and threatened the established order. Galileo, however, remained resolute in his belief in the power of observation and reason. He refused to be silenced. The conflict between Galileo and the Church escalated in 1616. The Church formally declared heliocentrism to be heretical. It banned Copernicus's book. The Church also ordered Galileo to cease teaching or defending the Copernican theory. The year 1632 marked a dark chapter in the history of science. Galileo Galilei, who unveiled the cosmos with his telescope, faced the Roman Inquisition. His crime? Defending the heliocentric view of the solar system. In 1623, Pope Urban VIII, a friend of Galileo, became pope. Galileo hoped to publish his work on the Copernican system. He obtained permission but was warned to present both geocentric and heliocentric views impartially. Galileo's book, published in 1632, favored the Copernican view. The book caused immediate controversy. The Church felt betrayed and summoned Galileo to stand trial. The trial captivated and divided Europe. Under pressure, Galileo eventually recanted. He declared the Earth was the immobile center of the universe. Despite his forced recantation, Galileo's spirit remained unbroken. Though under house arrest for the remainder of his life, his mind continued to explore the frontiers of knowledge. Confined to his villa in Arcetri, near Florence, Galileo refused to let the restrictions dampen his thirst for discovery. He remained a prolific writer. He focused on areas of study that were less likely to provoke the Church. In 1638, he published a masterpiece that summarized his work on motion and mechanics. This book laid the groundwork for the future development of physics. Despite his deteriorating health, Galileo continued to work on his research and writing. He even attempted to design an escapement mechanism for a pendulum clock. This demonstrated his enduring fascination with the practical applications of scientific principles. Galileo's house arrest, though a tragic consequence of his conflict with the Church, could not extinguish his brilliant mind. He continued to shape the scientific landscape from the confines of his home. His writings, smuggled out of Italy and disseminated throughout Europe, ensured that his ideas would continue to inspire generations of thinkers to come. While Galileo's scientific achievements dominate his legacy, it is important to remember that he was also a man of complex emotions and personal struggles. Behind the brilliant scientist was a loving father, a loyal friend, and a man who faced his share of personal tribulations. Galileo never married. He did, however, have a long-term relationship with Marina Gamba. They had 3 children together, 2 daughters, Virginia and Livia, and a son, Vincenzo. Due to societal norms and his own unmarried status, Galileo sent his daughters to live in a convent. The separation from his daughters caused Galileo great sadness. He maintained a loving relationship with them through letters. He provided for their well-being as best he could. He even designed a special type of spinning wheel for them to use in the convent. Galileo's relationship with his son Vincenzo was also complex. Though they were close in Vincenzo's younger years, their relationship faced challenges as Vincenzo grew older. Despite these difficulties, Galileo remained committed to his family. He strived to provide for them and guide them through life's complexities. Galileo Galilei died in 1642 at the age of 77. He left behind a legacy that continues to shape our understanding of the universe and our place within it. He is considered the father of modern science. This is not only for his groundbreaking discoveries, but also for his revolutionary approach to scientific inquiry. Galileo's insistence on observation, experimentation, and mathematical analysis laid the foundation for the scientific method. This method remains the cornerstone of scientific exploration today. His courage to challenge established dogma, even in the face of opposition, serves as an enduring inspiration for scientists and thinkers worldwide. Centuries after his death, Galileo's influence continues to resonate. His discoveries paved the way for Isaac Newton's laws of motion and universal gravitation. These laws form the basis for our understanding of physics. Galileo's emphasis on the importance of questioning, observing, and experimenting continues to drive scientific progress. Galileo Galilei's life and work are a testament to the power of human curiosity and the enduring quest to comprehend the universe around us. He is a shining example of the impact that one person can have when they dare to challenge the status quo and pursue truth wherever it may lead.